Welcome to Fixing Assets, and welcome to the second instalment of my European road trip. In this episode, I get to buy the most expensive car sticker I've ever bought. Also coming up on this episode, it's the Gotthard Pass. It is overheating a bit, so yeah, this episode we're doing more continental driving. So last time we left us at Strasbourg, and we're now in Switzerland. Now we're going to Switzerland, headed for the border, and this evening we're going to end up in Italy. So what's our route going to be? So here we are. County Durham's a long way away. We're in Central Europe, and we're zooming in on the actual route now. If you notice at the bottom, Lake Maggiore is right at the bottom, which is the final destination. So we're setting off from Strasbourg and taking the French autoroute system to the Swiss border. That's the hotel I was staying in. Going across the Swiss border through Switzerland to the Gotthard Pass, having a nice trip up there. Will the car make it? And then after that we'll end up a hill in Miazzina near Lake Maggiore. So I was driving through Switzerland. I'd picked up the really expensive sticker. It costs, I think it was 50 Swiss francs, but that gives you 1 year's access to the motorway. Note that I'm not overtaking this lorry here because it is going off the other way. Also note I've sped it up so Morris doesn't go this fast. But yeah, this is right at the top of Switzerland, and yes, it doesn't look much like what you'd expect Switzerland to look like. It's actually quite flat. You can see a couple of mountains, but it's still a lovely place. Eventually this opened up into the Switzerland that I was expecting, and the scenery was just astounding. was about this time I decided it was time for a rest break. So I found the services that it turned out to look like Westmoreland services in the Lake District, but on steroids. Okay, so next stage of the journey is a pass that I can't remember the name of. The phone is overheating a bit, so I've taken the sat-nav's responsibilities off it, because I'm just going to sit on this road for a bit until we go over a hill, then hit the motorway, put the sat-nav on, see how we get on. Okay, so we're into the hairpin bends now apparently. You'll be making absolutely no problem with that pass. I'm pulling in to have a look at the viewpoint. It looks quite nice. And to be fair, I wasn't wrong. It was bloody lovely. Back on the road, and it was starting to feel difficult. The car was struggling a bit due to the steepness of the gradient, because I'd been going uphill so much it was starting to show quite a high temperature on the gauge. Now we know from a previous video that the gauge was lying at this point in time, but it was still a bit of a concern. So we continued to climb, seeing more and more of the fantastic scenery, more twisty turny bends, more altitude, coming closer to the snow. time for another photo. After more struggling, it became clear that I'd achieved my goal. I'd reached the top. And here we are, the sign that says Gotthard Pass, 2,106 metres. In old school money, that's 6,916 feet. And yes, I got the car all the way up. Turn round the corner and one of the best views on the planet. Okay, time to go to Italy. So, although Lake Maggiore was achieved, Italy wasn't yet. But it was a lovely drive after sitting in baking sun, 35-degree heat. But just listen to the sing of the engine, even it's happy to be in Lake Maggiore.
Turns slightly left and becomes Strada 34 del Lago Maggiore.
And then we reached the Italian border. As you can see, Italy was achieved, Lake Maggiore was achieved, and the Airbnb was achieved. This was the view from the village I stayed in. Mr. Frog says like and subscribe for the next instalment.